Hello, my name is Stephen Spheaven, and I'm here at Dublin on April 24th, 1916. It's here that the Easter Rising took place. The Irish grew tired of years of British oppression and decided to rise against them. It was here that the Irish Republic was declared, and from this point on, they would fight tooth and nail until they were independent from the Crown. Let's take a look at the Irish. Here we are. 1,200 members of the Irish Citizen Army rose up to fight the Crown here. It was a perfect time to attack because the British were occupied with the First World War. This had very many significant ringleaders. One of them right here actually being Patrick Pence.
You cannot conquer Ireland, you cannot extinguish Ireland's passion for freedom. If our deed is not sufficient to win Ireland's freedom, then our children will win with a better deed.
Good work, Patrick.
Tossing grenade.
Fire! Corporal, get the chemical weapon.
Jesus, Iron Joseph, what's that? Get out!
At this execution site, all of the ringleaders of the Easter Rising were put to death, except two of them. One of the ringleaders, James Conley, was too severely injured to be executed properly, so they tied him to a chair. One of the ringleaders that were not executed is Eamon de Valera. He was not executed because he was born in New York City, giving him American citizenship. If the British had executed an American citizen, it would hurt their chances of America joining them in the Great War. I am here at the 1918 British Parliament General Election. See, these past revolts have been quite electrifying, you see. Now, the Irish Sinn Féin Party, which is the Independence Party of Ireland, has won 73 out of 105 seats for the Irish representative in British Parliament. But as you can see here, nobody's here. Why, you may ask? Well, the Irish representatives instead decided to set up their own new parliament in the new Irish Republic. And that new parliament would be known as the Dáil Éireann. One of the most important members of the Irish War of Independence was Michael Collins. Collins was the Minister of Finance for the new Irish Republic and commander of the Irish Republican Army. His sole objective was to cause mayhem. All right, boys, let's get it going right there.
What's all this then?
You see here, Collins and his goons raided the arms warehouse and stole the weapons to fund the Republican Army. Another example of Michael Collins' mayhem is when he instituted guerrilla warfare. You see, he sent out these 12 assassins, known as the 12 Apostles, or the Squad, to assassinate Irish policemen working for the Crown or British undercover spies and informants. Right, if you know history, many rebellions like ours are always done off by the ones inside. So if you can't stomach it, you can leave now. Right, then you know your targets. Go out and get them.
top in the morning for you. God have mercy on
Here I am at Bloody Sunday. Today is the day that Michael Collins sent out his assassins to murder the Cairo Gang. The Cairo Gang were a group of British informers working for the Crown.
Hey, what's all this then? Hey, stop. Stop.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
No, stop. Hey.
The Black and Tans are the British's solution to the unrest. You see, the British put the Black and Tans, which were dishonorably discharged soldiers, World War I, into the constabulary to try to suppress the rebels in Ireland. They got their names from their uniforms, of course, the black jacket, tan pants.
Are you?
What was that for?
As you can see here, they're the most despicable degenerates in the entire empire. The Black and Terns massacred 14 civilians, 2 of which were children, at a Gaelic football game, and the shooting was unprovoked. The Black and Tans fired on the civilians in the stands, just in retaliation for the assassinations of the political informers that were killed by the Collins men. Overall, during Bloody Sunday, public opinion swayed against the British even more than it was before. The Irish would simply not have it to be under British rule any longer. There were a number of skirmishes in 1921, but eventually the British folded. They could no longer keep up suppressing rebels in Ireland, so they invited out revolutionary leaders to come meet them in London to sign a treaty. The ones that were invited were Michael Collins and Arthur Griffith, who was the founder of the Sinn Féin party. I am here in London at the signing of the Anglo-Irish Treaty. You see here, in this court, it looks much like the court that me and my ex-wife divorced. Excuse me.
What? You let this drunk in here? What is he doing? Can someone get the guards? Get him out of here.
What are the gods?
What is he doing?
What are the gods? What?
See, in here, there is a custody battle between Britain and Ireland for the child, Northern Ireland. Let's take a look. Can we get Northern Ireland?
No. Fair enough then.
I did all I could. You're tough negotiators.
How am I supposed to accept this, Michael? You surrendered the North? What are you, an egg?
Aye, you set me up, you did. You knew you couldn't get the North, so you sent me to take the fall for it.
You submitted to the British dogs we fought so hard to shake off. And your mother looks like a fish, she does.
A fish, you say?
Aye, I can tell from your fishy eyes.
I suppose that your father would be a draft because your draft nick that you have there.
Kick out of the office!
We are here at the Dáil Éireann for the discussion of the Anglo-Irish Treaty. You see, the country was split in two due to some supporting the treaty to try to end the war and turmoil in Ireland. The others were against it for it not granting Ireland full independence. Those who supported it, like Michael Collins, and there were those who were against it, like M. de Vlaga. In January 1922, the Dáil approved of the treaty, 64 to 57. In my opinion, it gives us freedom. Not the freedom that most nations desire, but the freedom to achieve it.
If liberty is not entire, then it is not liberty. We cannot approve this treaty.
Good God, man! Why don't we take Ireland and we're pushing someone else?
No, that's ridiculous! Shut up, will ya?
The vote on the treaty is 64 yay, 57 nay.
Traitors! Traitors, all of you! This is a disaster. You see here, the anti-treaty members walked out during the parliamentary meeting, and Eamon de Valera forfeited his position as president of the Dáil, which was taken up by Arthur Griffith, who was the founder of the Sinn Féin party. I'm currently hiding the Black and Tans, but Northern Ireland, there were many of the Northern Irish that were pro-union, wanted to stay in the United Kingdom, because there are a big Protestant majority in Northern Ireland, while there's a Catholic minority that still wanted to join the mainland Ireland. All of the rest of Ireland also wanted the North in part of the treaty. The divide in Ireland. The divide in Ireland proves to be disastrous in the 70s as Sinn Féin takes on a new form to combat the British, as it is a constitutional imperative that Northern Ireland will be part of the rest of the Irish Republic. The Irish imperative to reclaim custody of the northern half is like my struggle against reclaiming the custody of my children. It is here at the Four Courts building in Dublin that the Irish Civil War broke out. The tensions were too high between the Irish Free State Army and the IRA, the Irish Republican Army, that were anti-treaty. So they took over the Four Courts building led by Rory O'Connor. Reluctantly, Michael Collins, the new chairman of the Irish Provisional Government and general of the Free State Army, ordered an artillery strike on the Four Courts building. That's it, I've had enough. Fire the artillery. Here I am at the tragic scene of Michael Collins' death. This is one of the saddest and most important losses in the entire Irish Civil War. The Irish Free State will end up winning the Civil War, leaving many bitter about the loss in the North. However, de Valera and his followers would not shy away from Irish politics, as they found the Fianna Fáil party, and de Valera himself will serve multiple terms as Taoiseach, which is the Prime Minister of Ireland. The followers of Collins, however, would make the Fine Gael party, which is another major political party in Ireland still today. The Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil party are the only ones to hold the title of Taoiseach in Ireland. And that is the history of the Irish War of Independence. Now, if you excuse me, I have to check in with my parole officer.
Right, there he is. Grab him.
Hey, you can't do this to me! You know who I am! You can't do this to me!